What are the problems with basic handgun courses?
You go into the gun stores and you'll see these flyers for introductory handgun class, $95, you know, the price looks good. And they're traditional NRA style marksmanship courses. They will set you in a classroom for 3 to 4 hours and you'll listen to a presentation, a PowerPoint, or flip charts, whatever. And then they'll take you out to the range for a few minutes to shoot a handful of rounds. Well, this doesn't accomplish very much, but it's actually counterproductive in some respects. The instruction tells them what they need to do, and they can do it. They'll put that first shot right through the center hole. Of course, based on what we know, the animal kicks in, you'll have maybe 2 other shots that look okay, and then the shot pattern will start scattering out and going low. That's very consistent. That's actually normal. That's what's going to happen. But the traditional schools don't prepare the student for that. So what they've done is they've given them instruction, they've told them how to do it, they know how to do it, and they've done it great once or twice, and then everything starts falling apart, but they're not told why. Well, what they've done is they've set them up to succeed and then fail. But that failure is a natural event. That's naturally going to happen. But they're not prepared for that. And then on top of that, what happens is that the instructor will come over and they'll start applying the fundamentals to fix what isn't going to get fixed by applying the fundamentals. And the student at that point is going to get frustrated because what they were able to do a second ago, now they can't do. And the absurdity is that by coming over and working on the fundamentals that they had 5 shots ago, you know, it's not like they suddenly lost the skill that they had, 60 seconds ago. If the concussion isn't there and the reaction isn't there, they'll shoot fantastic all day long, no problem. But the minute you put a 9mm or 38 or 44, 45 in their hands, then it's a whole different ball game, and the shots will fall apart. And the traditional marksmanship people will have all these weird explanations for why that happens. Everything but the right one. It's pretty simple to figure out once you understand the neurophysiology of concussion and how people react to concussion. It's they're blanking out, they're losing composure at the trigger break, and that's why the shots are expanding out, and they're usually going low. When they don't really get it addressed, they'll finish up that short little session, because they'll only shoot maybe 25 rounds. They'll be told, oh, take our next class. Yeah, okay, that's cool. It costs 3 times as much, but take our next class. Or you just need to practice. Well, that's lunacy, because practice isn't going to solve the problem. It's just going to throw more lead out there. Now, if they shoot enough over time, yeah, they'll start to improve a little bit, but they're going to waste a lot of ammunition. Now, that's the traditional marksmanship schools. They're predicated on bullseye shooting, as the tactical schools call it. Now, the tactical schools will go about it a different way. They'll try to solve the problem by just having you do a string of fire. And their philosophy is, we don't care if you can hit a small target. We just want you to get enough control over the shot so that you can get this tactically useful group size. Okay? And they think that that's good enough. Well, it works in some cases. So if I give someone a gun and I just have them fire it to get used to the concussion, yeah, they'll be able to pull that group down to maybe a 6 or 8 inch group on a silhouette target, and that'll look real nice. It's, oh yeah, if that were an intruder, I'd take him out. There's 2 problems with that. One is when the deal gets real, that little 6 inch or 8 inch group is going to triple in size. And they're never really getting control. So you're establishing a really bad habit up front, which is just snapping through the trigger. They're never taking their time and getting control of the shot. So the people that learn this way are the hardest to retrain out of that. yeah, you can over time close those shot groups down, but at a very high cost in ammunition. So you shoot an 8-inch group, okay, and you want to get it down to a 6-inch group. Well, that'll take you 1,000 rounds or more. Then you want to get that 6-inch group down to a 5-inch group. That's going to take you another couple thousand more rounds, and so on and so on. So it's the law of diminishing returns. You shoot a lot more ammo to get a little bit more shrinkage. Well, you could get the shrinkage just by training right up front, just by learning the zen of the handgun, learning how to put those shots where you want them. Now, I'm not talking about precision shooting. I'm talking about if you can consistently hit a 4-inch target at 7 yards without any, consistently, 95% of the time, in slow fire, you've pretty much got it. And if you want to bullseye shoot, then you're going to get off into things like breath control and motion control and that sort of thing. But we don't push that part of it. But the bottom line is, no matter what kind of shooting you do, you have to have this foundation. If you don't have it, and you end up chasing it by doing a lot of shooting, it's going to get real expensive. It's real frustrating, and it's a waste. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of range time, and it's definitely a waste of ammunition. But if you're going to do that, let us know you're doing it so we can come get your brass, because we'll reload it.